Sacramento Horror Film Festival. Super stoked. We are interviewing one of the most talented men on the planet Earth. It is Krayzie Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's in the back room right now. Backstage presence. There he is. Krayzie Bone. How's it going?
Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all?
Not a lot. Hey, you know what? If the Browns would have
throw, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes.
But no, man, we thought we'd take some time. We've gathered some questions. Thought we'd throw you some questions here. I kind of wanted to kick things off kind of low key and just I know you're a Cleveland sports fan. I grew up in Medina, and I've been stuck with the Browns for my whole life. So how are you with the Browns franchise right now?
Man, I was happy till yesterday. You know what I'm saying? After that game yesterday, it put me back in a foul mood. But I love where the team is going. I actually love the coaching staff we have. I love the direction they're moving in. I know a lot of fans just was disappointed, but we got to give them a chance to really get it going. You know what I'm saying? Everything is new with the coaching staff, but I really see them doing great things if we can get a defense going as well. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming.
I thought she was going to say something about your quarterback.
Man, but no, I am. Now listen. Now, this is what I got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I felt like it was a bad call having him play. You know what I'm saying? Because if he had injured ribs and injured chest, and he said it out his mouth himself that it hurts when he throws the ball, then why do you put him in there? I felt like that was dangerous because forget winning that game. We got to play the Steelers again anyway. Forget the game. We win or lose, it's cool. At least we'll have him for the whole season. Now, what if he not able to come back next week and we lose against the Bengals? You know what I'm saying?
Because we know what it looks like when he ain't in there. Look, I'm not even a Browns fan, but man, I don't want to see y'all play without him, without Baker.
Yeah, man. I thought it was dangerous, man. So hopefully they make better decisions for real. No lie.
I think we got this. I still envision Super Bowl 2020. It's coming. We got this. I
don't know about Super Bowl, but we better at least scratch our way into the playoffs or something for real.
We deserve it, man. We deserve it.
Yeah, man, for real.
No, just save some wild card space for my Raiders, though. Just.
Ooh, we play them in 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
Man, it's going down too.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one. I think I just want OBJ to see what that silver and black look like, and maybe.
So Krayzie. So I wanted to ask you a little bit, kind of going into some music stuff. Everything is right now with the pandemic. Venues are closing down across the country. Live music has been put on hold. I know that you recently did this incredible event, the I've Got 5 on It event, and I think that was all virtual, and it was donations that were accepted.
Yeah.
How was that event and participating in something like that during this pandemic era versus doing a live event? Are you ready to go back to the live events, obviously, or did that hold up pretty well? Did it feel good to do something?
I mean, man, at the time I did it, it felt real strange because we had we on the road we do over 260 shows a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's it felt kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But it was a while, and our fans are so used to us being out and them coming to our shows. They were happy. They was happy I did it, and by me doing that, I'm happy I did it because it gave me ideas to do that on a bigger scale with some things I got coming up with the group, and and it introduced me to a whole different side of the game. Because if we're gonna be down like this for a while, we got to be creative, man. And I thrive, and music is my lifeline. And our fans say that they love our music, so we had to find a way to get it to them.
No, that's
we
cool.
do.
What stuff do you guys have coming up? You said you're planning for like some bigger, better things. I mean, any peek into the inside of some stuff that is to come during this era?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you might see it. We had a show we was going to do, a virtual show with Snoop and Be Real. It was all a stream, and we postponed it. You know what I'm saying, to make sure we could get it done the right way. You know, because it's going to be like a huge production. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be crazy. Not just, you know, and it's going to tie into everything that's going on in the world with the pandemic, everything that's going on with these, you know, the social injustice and all this stuff, you know, and you know, we hand it all in. We're gonna make it not just a show, but an event, you know. So we're looking to do that like around, you know, like very soon.
That's what's up.
You know, that's good. I had a question. I was wondering, you know, you guys have been performing through all the decades, right? So, you know, similarities, I was wondering, you know, you got the pandemic and things like that now. Back in, you know, the 90s when it was just hard to say get into a venue. Does that help some of your creativity, you know, through hip hop when it was back in the day, y'all were, you know, I think it was like MTV Music Awards. There were only 3 performers type thing. So it was hard to even get through the door. So did any of that help you prepare for something like this?
Yeah, man, definitely. You know, it definitely helped us prepare for this. You know, like when this happened, it was just like, you know, it's just like instantly clicked in. Okay, what are some ways I could still be getting my music out to people? And, you know, it just, I mean, yeah, you're right. It was just there. Like, it was just there. It made me tap into my inner hustle and just like, you know, had to come up with whatever I could come up with, man. For really.
That's good to hear. So is like, you know, the whole BT and H, you know, is that like a whole, what's in store coming? Is that going to be a whole thing you guys are doing coming out of the pandemic virtually and stuff, you know, because I haven't seen y'all personally since 2013 here in Sacramento. And I know the energy, it was live. It was the whole team. I believe it was somebody's birthday that week or something too. So I know how y'all get down. Are y'all able to, you know, try to recreate that?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, whenever this pandemic is over, man, you know, I mean, we had a crazy year planned this year. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we're out of this pandemic, you know, we already have stuff and ready to go, you know, like, so it's like, that's all we're waiting for, is the gates to open back up so we can get back out there. We had working on several other things, you know, a Bone Thugs and Harmony podcast hosted by us, you know what I'm saying? So, and you know, man, just thinking about another project, you know, thinking about we're working on you know, definitely a biopic, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
You know, story of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and man, like just a lot of other things, you know, just I'm working with different artists and just keeping it straight music, man, you know, doing what I love to do, for real.
Blessed.
Yeah, that's what's up. You had mentioned something earlier. You were talking about, you know, the hustle, and anyone who's involved in the music industry, you know, like as a DIY artist, you know, you start at the bottom, and you know that work you put in a lot of work to get to some of the places. There's so much that goes into it. Having the internet, you know, that kind of happened. It really sparked in the year 2000, I think the internet really kind of started picking up, and the industry has just changed dramatically. What advice now, as you know, someone who's been through the music industry and seeing that transition, what kind of advice would you give to an up and coming artist, perhaps, you know, a young artist that's in high school right now who might catch this interview? What would you tell them to do from an electronic perspective, or hitting the streets, passing out flyers kind of thing to promote themselves?
Man, I would tell them, you know, like, I would tell them just like I tell the young artists that I have, that I work with or manage or whatever, you know, I tell them, you know, you're you only gonna last if you're educated about this business. You know, like I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of artists want to commit. They, you know, and it all depends on what their motives are to want to do music. You know, I talk to people that just want to come in because they see people in the videos and it looks fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you have those that really want longevity. And I tell the ones that really want longevity, you know, like you have to be educated in this business. That takes you a long way. You know, you have to understand that it's 90%. It's the music business, but it's 90%. It's 90% business and 10% music. And if you treat it any other way, you will fare badly if you don't handle your business. Because if you ain't handle it, you can guarantee somebody's handling it for you and stealing from you as well. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand how to balance being an artist. Because I know it's a lot of artists that be like, let them handle that. I just make the music. I mean, that's cool if you have people that you really, 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 really trust. But you always want to have some knowledge as to what's going on, you know, what deals you're signing and all that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be educated, man. And it's very important that as these young artists, I say you have to be educated because we have to break this cycle that it is with artists and record labels. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they have all the power. And when we're bringing just as much to the table, they have the money, but we have the talent. It should go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? And just educate them about the deals they should be getting into, about what deals not to sign. And because the cycle must be broken. And artists need to start getting the fair shot and the fair contracts that they deserve, because as artists bust their ass, you know what I'm saying? The real ones they're serious about it, they bust their ass, you know, and they should be compensated for it. And when they sell millions of records, they should be able to take care of their grandkids' kids off of it. You know what I'm saying? So all that needs to change. That's what I would tell you. Get educated so we can break this cycle.
Please try again in a moment.
Hey, Alexa.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna say too, you know, as a fellow artist, I definitely know what you're speaking on about educating yourself, not just in music business, but in business and in people. And it's very vital to do that. And then I would just want to, you know, I guess add on as a hip hop head, you know, knowing when you were a youngster, you got, you know, hearing you guys' story on how hard you guys went, how all the hoops and things you guys went through just to get recognized, and then finally, you know, they credit Easy for grabbing you guys. But what type of information as a youngster, maybe what kind of information was he giving you guys then that you're able to kind of still share and you're still putting out there, connecting those generations?
Man, just basically, you know, I mean, Easy, like we were only, what's crazy is we were only with E for like maybe a year and a few months before he passed away. But we were with him, around him a lot of that time. Like he would come pick us up every day. We in the studio. Everywhere he went, he would come get us and take us. So like he didn't really like do a lot of talking. He told us a few things, like, you know what I'm saying, like how to, because like when we were with Easy, like we were like fresh off the streets, and we was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So he spent a lot of time trying to calm us down, you know what I'm saying, to get us to understand that, you know, that our future was going to be big and bright. But, you know, we these thuggish, rugged thugs, and all we was doing was just, you know what I'm saying, like we was just wild at the time. But he showed us a lot we watched him, and we just saw, you know, how he moved and his actions and the things he did and the deals he made without him really too much saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time. It ain't like he sat us down and was like, y'all do this and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like he get at us a couple of times, but it was mostly us watching him and seeing how he moved, and you know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was.
So you'd almost say, for the youngsters is watch, like the old saying, watching, do as I say, not as I do. But in hip hop, it's almost like, do as he did, right?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
That's big. Yeah. For me, music is everything. I mean, I guess while we're on the topic of music, one of the biggest questions that even I had, and I know a lot of cats had. So I'm from the hood too. I'm from Oakland, California, born and raised. So,
okay.
Yeah, I got 5 on it. That's like a hood anthem in the town. You in the town, you rolling around, you bumping. I got 5 on it. That's big. That's what everybody want to hear. So with I got 5 on us, and seeing Looney, seeing you on there, seeing even you, breaking out your the LeathaFace look. I was loving it. But what was that like to take such an iconic song and to flip it? What was that process even like? I don't even know. Did they call you? Did you have any influence on that? What was that like?
Man, so what's crazy is I had seen the previews to the movie. I saw the previews to the movie, and like when I heard that them using that, I was like, "Yo, that is crazy! How they just turn these dudes' song into a scary movie theme." I'm like, but it fit like so good though with the boom boom. It sounded crazy. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "That was brilliant." And then Yuck is the homie, so I forgot where we was. No. He came on I had a radio show at Daz called The Cray List, and he was a guest on the show. And we talked about the song being in the movie. He was like, "Bro, like we got a call and we heard that Jordan Peele used it, like we heard it." And it was like we started getting calls about it, and it just started blowing up. And then it was like he was like, we thinking about doing a remix. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and I might call you to get down on it. So I was like, cool. So like a week or 2 later, he called me. He was like, "Yo, man, come to the studio. The song is going down." You know what I'm saying? So we made the song happen, and man, next thing I know, we was doing a video for it. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was dope.
Yeah, it's hot. I mean, it's a hot track, especially coming from a town cat like me. Anytime I hear that, dun dun, it's going down. I got some on it right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't nothing. I'm waiting for the interview, so I'm not, lighting up in the middle of the interview and can't talk with you. You feel me?
Man, it's all good. Do what you do, for real.
Yeah, that film and the inclusion, Jordan Peele's inclusion of that song breathed like this incredible life into it that it's worldwide. It's everywhere now. Everywhere. Yeah. I think it's forever ingrained. Whenever I hear those riffs, like the dun dun, just like you were talking about, for the rest of my life, it's gonna be. I'm gonna take that, and that's what I'm gonna see that film. It's scary now. It's crazy.
Right, and just like you said, that it just revived life into it, and it's worldwide now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
How was the you've done so many music videos, and I wanted to ask about like the process with what the process is like doing a video like that, on a big scale or even a smaller scale. If there's any directors or producers that you've enjoyed working with in the past, anything like that, if you want to chat about that.
Yeah, I mean, man, like videos have like changed a whole hell of a lot with technology. Just like going to the studio. Like back in the day, we went to these studios that had all these big boards and buttons and all this stuff, and they was charging us for shit we ain't even need. You know what I'm saying? They was charging us for stuff we ain't even need. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now, I mean, you can go get you a little room, and if you got the right technology, build your own studio and it comes out sounding the exact same. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like with shooting videos. You know, back at Crossroads, you know, we spent like $600,000 to make that video. And when I found out, I was like, what? I'm like, what? Y'all spent what on that video? Like, I'm like, come on, man. It wasn't even worth it all like that, I don't think. But, you know what I'm saying, now, with technology and the cameras they got now, you know what I'm saying, you can go get a red camera or these little cameras they got, man, and damn near shoot a movie. So it's like technology has leveled the playing field as far as what we spend on things, you know, because the you know, the labels, they used to go spin it up and they didn't care because we was going to be in debt to them for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they'll go spend that money. So we, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they say, oh yeah, y'all owe us $600,000 for that video. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now the playing field is level, you know, and we can buy all our own equipment and get these young cats out here that want to be filmmakers and hungry. And you do wonders, man, for real, for real.
That's really interesting. So that's like a DIY perspective on a music video now. It's like you can get some kids straight out of film school who are looking for work. Hey, exactly. Name, help us with our video and do a damn good job on it. And you got there.
Yeah, man, that's all you gotta do, for real. Cut the cost, everything in half, for real.
Yeah, like does that help? You know, do you take the same mentality for your stage performances? You know, because you know, as I was reflecting, like I said, I was thinking about the White Horse y'all brought out on MTV. You know, I'm thinking about some of the, like I said, the live performances, the concerts you guys throw. You guys usually use a lot of. I've seen a lot of fire at the concerts a couple of times, and different you know aspects. You know, is that how do you pull that into like live performance?
I mean, it depends. You know, like it depends what shows we do. You know, because we do everything. We do everything from clubs to arenas to big festivals. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's whatever the situation calls for. You know, like we pretty much adjust to it. You know what I'm saying? But when this pandemic is over, I'm you know, I really want to get into like just like taking our shows to the next level and really like making people feel us, like for real. So that's the mission I'm on. As soon as these gates open up, I got plans for real.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, we doing a lot of SAC horror film festivals. So a lot of people in film also are usually like me, a little bit nerds on stage. And, you know, I'd love to see some of the things that you're bringing and you and the team will be bringing to the live stage. Cause that's always nice to see when a stage can get, you know, completely turned into Disneyland and then, you know, turned back.
Yeah, for real. All day.
That's going to be wild when they start allowing live shows again. It's going to be like everyone's ready to get on the road and tour right now. Everyone's got to be thirsty to do that. Like the virtual stuff lasts for so long. I paid for virtual concerts. Great. Yeah. But I know everyone's got to be ready for that face-to-face. Like there's no better connection.
Yeah, man.
And like looking a fan in the eyes that's just saying your lyrics back to you. Like that's going to be the greatest feeling to have as an artist.
Yeah, man. You know, it really is. You know, you can't substitute that, man. You know, like people need to socialize with other people. You know what I'm saying, through music and just because it's normal. That's normal. So you know, when these doors open back up, I was telling my people, I say, man, when these doors open back up, I'm gonna hate going out anywhere because everything is gonna be overcrowded. If people gonna get out, you're gonna stand in line for a movie like for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't wait till that happen though.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I wanted to switch it up and kind of go back to the horror genre a little bit. Yeah. And even though we are kind of living in a horror movie right now every day, but I wanted to kind of get a feeler as to how much, you know, the macabre and horror has influenced your sound and like your, you know, your video, your performance art, all of that, from a scary perspective, from a horror perspective?
Man, well, you know, man, it's crazy you say that because I'm actually working on the album now, LeathaFace. I'm working on the LeathaFace album, and it's you know, it's on that level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's on that level of you know, like you think of Bushwick Bill, the stuff he used to do, and not that crazy, but you know, LeathaFace. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got the paint, I got the mask. You know what I'm saying? And the black trench coat. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and I'm actually doing a you know, because all our fans know me as LeathaFace. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually doing, when I do the first video, I'm going to do a short film explaining like the origins of LeathaFace and you know like where it come from, kind of like some superhero shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that project. I'm working on that project right now as we speak.
Are you writing that project yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I wrote the script for it and everything.
Nice. Yes.
So I mean, that kind of leads me to, I'm like, it's more of a cliche question. I'm just personally curious, like favorite horror films. What are some things that have inspired this entity? Like just, I mean, even just your favorite in general.
Yeah. I mean, well, of course, LeathaFace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch I like everything but the paranormal stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Too scary or just not realistic?
You know, no, I just don't. I just like to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay away from that.
I was gonna say, you talk about the Ouija folks right there. You know what I mean?
That was the last time I ever did that too. For real.
Well, wait. Well, I want to hear the story now. Did all y'all use it together?
Oh man. Oh, so that's something we did like when we was like young. We was like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? And we honestly, you know what I'm saying. I was at the house one day and Bizzy and Lay came over. And my dude Wally, they was like, yo, we gotta show you something. I was like, what? They was like, no, we'll show you when you come over to the house. I'm like, why y'all just can't tell me now? They was like, man, come on, just get your stuff on, come over to the house. I was like, what y'all, you know what I'm saying? It didn't sound right. So I was like, all right, come on, let's go over there. So we went to their house and they put out a Ouija board. And I was like, what the hell is that? It was like, it was a Ouija board. I was like, what the hell is a Ouija board? You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, it's something you could talk to spirits. I'm like, what? I'm like, son, man, I don't know about all this, you know what I'm saying? But we just sat around the thing and they started talking to it. And if you ask me, I don't even think I think they was moving it. I think they was moving with their hands. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I think they was moving with their hands. And they was trying to make it seem like it was moving by itself. But I was looking, I was like, I don't see it moving, man. Y'all lying. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, and it was just an experiment. Like we played with it one time, you know what I'm saying? Like and that was it. And we just decided to make a song about it. You know what I'm saying? We decided to make a song about something we did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny. It might as well have been real. Don't know.
I know.
Oh man, that's great. That's a great story. I mean, coming from the hood, you know what I mean? I'm with you though. What is a Ouija board? Because I didn't really know, I don't think, what a Ouija board till I heard y'all kind of talking about it, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm from Oakland. You got no Ouija boards at the store in Oakland.
Yeah, man. Then it was like I told everybody, it's something we did like when we were 6, like young kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like kids do dumb shit. But then, you know, got older and seen what all that stuff was and represented, you know, I don't mess around in that. I don't dab in that stuff.
Well, yeah, we got some of that in common too. You know, I give a shout out. You know, I had a little bit of that Jehovah's Witness things going on in race, so I definitely know in the household you can't have none of that. Like there was video games we couldn't play in the house. And I guess how did that work with the music? You know, did you have anything, any fight with that to make, you know, in the movies, you know, watching LeathaFace, you know, was that something you were sneaking doing or?
Man, you know, like you know, my parents, I was raised in it with my parents, you know, they really, you know, became inactive with it when I was like 14, 15. So from there, you know, I started like, you know, being curious out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? That's when I met my Bone brothers, and, you know, we started just like the streets fascinated us, you know what I'm saying? So like of course we stepped out into it and, you know, did what we did for a while, you know what I'm saying, all the way up till we got signed with Easy and then. But me knowing what I knew, you know what I'm saying, it was always in the back of my mind to like really don't get too caught up in certain things, you know what I'm saying, like, and just move accordingly. But those movies, I think we all used to sneak and watch them movies like back in the day, but and we used to be, especially being my brother, we'd be up late, like sneaking the movies, and then when we hear somebody come, we turn the channel real fast, get up and turn the channel real fast. Yo, yeah, you know, but we used to sneak all kind of movies. Like we knew a lot of stuff we wasn't supposed to know, I'll tell you that.
My aunt caught me watching Friday the 13th, and it was a problem.
Man, yeah, man. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
So you've got you have a scholarship. I'm actually really curious about this whole thing. It threw up some questions. It was the Krayzie Bone scholarship to the Cleveland School of Cannabis.
Yes.
So I thought that caught my eye. I was reading a little bit about it. Really interesting. Could you tell us more about what that is and, you know, how you would even apply?
Well, what it is, you know, is I teamed up with the Cleveland School of Cannabis. They made me the ambassador. And you know what we're doing is we're partnering to give, you know, people in the neighborhood that I come from, you know, give them scholarships to attend their school to become certified in the business of cannabis in every aspect, in growing and owning a dispensary, and, you know, and or even going somewhere else out of the state to work, you know, like to be able to get a job, you know what I'm saying? So it's that was something that I was definitely wanting to do, like for people in my area, not just in my area either, like all over Cleveland. And what they had to do was they had to write an essay on why this would be beneficial to them, and what they and the reasons they want to get into the business of cannabis. And we picked the best essay, you know what I'm saying, and that's who gets the scholarship.
That is such an incredible way to, you know, to give back, you know, to your community. And it's a unique way to give back, because it's like you're providing, you know, it's like, hey, this is a gateway to a job, and, you know,
exactly.
get you educated about something it's not full blown federal yet, but it's going that way. Give it it's almost there. So what an incredible opportunity that you're giving some young people by doing that. That is just really awesome.
Yeah, because, you know, the cannabis industry is going to boom, especially after this pandemic, because they never had to stop. So they're going to come out like ahead of most businesses, and they're going to, they're going to be plenty jobs there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good field. It will be a good field, definitely.
Have you, you know, talking about hustling and things like that, have you, and, you know, endeavored into getting into the business of cannabis besides I know you have like the apparel line and things like that. Is there any combinations there or anything coming up?
Yes, indeed. I've already launched a cannabis brand. It's called Leaves of Legend, and it's we're in like right now. I think we're in like 8 stores here in Southern LA, and we go into the stores on Wednesday up north, and like I think it's a few different stores. I forgot how many it is, but it's a lot. So we're what I'm developing is a real premium brand. You know what I'm saying? It's like real classy, premium, like top of the line product, potent. We got a new product coming out called Family Tree. You know, that just posted like very, very. They just tested very, very high in THC. You know, we have a strain called 99 OG, and I have a strain called Crazy Glue. You know what I'm saying? So it's doing very well, man. You know, I like to say we're on a level of I'm trying to be the Gucci or Louis Vuitton of cannabis. Like very
well,
very
man.
high.
You know, if you need a test subject to sit in a room butt naked like they did back in the day, you know what I'm saying, and just keep testing, you got me right here.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you would love it too, definitely, for sure. We up in the, as a matter of fact, we up in the spot. You say you're in Sacramento?
Yes.
Yeah, we got something hitting the stores out there, definitely, for sure.
I will definitely keep an eye out for that. You know, because I've been in the marches and doing all of the background stuff since about 2011. So I'm with you. It's looking good. It's looking very good in the industry. It's looking very safe in the industry, which has been a great surprise for folks in California. And having folks like you bring in higher level products and things that, you know, can connect, especially with scholarships as well. You know, that's the kind of look I hope for cannabis of the future, is it's education as well as high level product.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Definitely. It's high level for sure.
Your scholarship that you do in Cleveland, another individual did something similar. He made that school, LeBron James. Mm-hmm. I know Show Enough had a question about LeBron James, but I wanted to ask you, you know, Cleveland hasn't won a sports championship since 1964.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where you were at in 2016 when LeBron took it home?
Yep. I was right here in my cave, man. Right here. Like, man, I was watching it. Like, I had some of my family and homies down here from Cleveland. You know, because my girl, she a Warriors Raiders fan all day.
Oh, hey,
She's from up north. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, and she Raiders and Warriors all day. So, you know, it'd be a feud in this house doing sports.
I pull that out there real quick, you know. Shout out to, you know what I mean? You know, shout out to him.
I see you. Yeah.
Cause so when speaking on the LeBron, so I'm a West Coast, you know, I'm Warrior fan too, but I grew up on the Lakers. So I used to watch Jordan and everybody beat up on Cleveland, you know. So and then when LeBron came, you know, we over here in LA, we're kind of not really bringing LeBron over with big open arms. But you know, I guess it does lead to the question that everybody wants to ask, especially nowadays, just finishing off his championship. But you older like me, you know, I'm gonna say we're young OGs, so we saw the league in the 90s. So who's your GOAT? You know, are you a LeBron? Are you a Jordan? You're from Cleveland, man. So
man, I'm LeBron all day, man.
Okay.
I'm LeBron all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for one, it's the Ohio connection. You know, we made it from the same place, from a place that is very difficult to end up where we end up at. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we always supported him, even when he left Cleveland and went to Miami. I was rooting for him on Miami. You know what I'm saying? Then he came back to Cleveland and did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And then he had to move on. You know, like a player like LeBron is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he on a mission. You know, and just because when he won that championship in Cleveland, like, you can tell he had bigger things in his eyes, you know what I'm saying, that he was looking at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's doing he like he said, he's chasing the ghost right now. And he on a mission, man. And you know, I respect like the hell out of Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Kobe is like, man, he's a GOAT all in his own, because you know, he made that's Kobe. That's the Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan the same way. He's a GOAT in his own right as well, because they're all three different players that did different things in their career. So, for real.
I know we're getting close to.
That's real.
I know we're getting close to end time and stuff. I know that, sure enough, you might have another question or so. I wanted to get my last one out of the way real fast before we wrap everything up. But you've worked with so many artists in the industry. You've worked with a ton of people. Was there a dream team or someone or a couple artists who you haven't worked with that you're hoping to work with in the future?
Man, I don't know. Like, when people ask me that question, man, it's just like, you know, I'm down to work with anybody if it makes sense and if it sounds good. You know, the one person I would have liked to did a song with was Michael Jackson, but he ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the person who like really sparked my whole music thing. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? It was Michael Jackson, then it was New Edition, then it was LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, that was my journey. And after LL Cool J, I just like stayed. I just stayed into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it'd be somebody like Michael Jackson.
Shit.
And like I said, I'm down to work with whoever. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of talented artists. So, but I just can't say, yeah, I want to work with this person or that person.
It's loaded. It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I mean, I still want to work with Janet Jackson, but you know.
Yeah. Janet, I hear you.
Man. Yeah, I would. One of the questions I had was kind of on the same. You kind of touched on it earlier. It was about music-wise. You know, I know a lot of people that write, and you find later in biopics and other things that, you know, musicians are just writers. So what besides music? What's your, like, if music is your one, when you write, what's your two? Like, is it what type of form of writing? You mentioned you did script writing, stuff like that. So
yeah, man, just like basically script writing. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrote the whole story for a movie called Ghetto Cowboy that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be like a Western, but it was crazy. But yeah, I wrote a few. Like I said, I wrote the script to this LeathaFace. I'm actually helping with the script for the Bone Thugs-n-Harmony biopic. You know what I'm saying? So,
nice.
So, you know, and we're actually all going to be involved because, you know, we know the story. So yeah, man. So that's some of the things I'm working on, and just always writing, man.
Yeah, that's big. I look forward to that because you know, one of the greatest things about writers is when they let us out the box, there's a lot that can be said, or a lot that I'm sure has been on your mind over your lifetime. So
yeah, definitely.
I look forward to hearing that. And then one more question, as you're sharing, you know, information What anything, you know, I know you got your own talk show, stuff like that. Anything we should be looking out for there?
Yeah, man. Yes, I got my own podcast with my co-host Keith G. It's called Truth Talks. You know, we talk about everything. We talk about politics, religion. We talk about everything on the show, you know, and we keep it 100. And man, yeah, I'm just working on that. I'm working on several projects. I'm working on I have a album actually about to drop called Lee's a Legend. If you know anything about Bone and how we make the herb songs, it's a whole album with 13 weed songs on it, just to put on and ride to and do what you do. Then I'm working on I got another project I'm working on. It's called Crazy Melodies, to where I'm mostly like just singing and doing the melodies and harmonies to beats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So got a lot I'm working on, man, and ain't had nothing but time to sit in the house and work and get a lot of things done for real. So I'm taking full advantage of it.
I'm excited. I think I mean, that's about it. I mean, unless you can help us out with one thing, I mean, and just give us a shout out to Sacramento Horror Film Festival. That's like about it.
Man, Krayzie Bone want to shout out Sacramento Horror Film Festival. Much love, y'all.
Hey, thanks a bunch, Krayzie Bone, for taking the time. That was a lot of fun. Really appreciate you sharing some of those things. I'm never going to forget the Ouija board story for the rest of my life. That was fantastic.
Yeah, man, that was a crazy one, man. That was a crazy one. All right.
And thank you as well. You know, this is a lifetime achievement for me, you know, growing up, listening to you, hanging out with my boys out there. You know, we that sound that you created was big for us. And, you know, they still in the garage, I'm sure, trying to emulate it. So we appreciate you, everything you did for the industry, and can't wait to see more.
Man, much love. Appreciate that, bro.